Imagine the richest man in the room. Now forget everything you just pictured. No watch, no suit, no signal. In Japan, the wealthiest people in the country look like they're on their way to buy groceries. And for a long time, the world called this quiet wealth. They said it was Zen. They said it was minimalism. They said it was culture. It's not. It's a survival strategy that was born from one of the worst financial crashes in modern history. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things. Why the quiet wealth narrative is half wrong, what actually happened in Japan in 1991, and why it changed everything, and why in Japan, showing wealth isn't just bad taste. It's a financial risk. Let's start with the myth. Every few years, the West discovers Japan's invisible rich and calls it enlightenment. They don't need to show off, they're above it. Hundreds of videos, thousands of articles, all built on the same romantic idea. The Japanese wealth is quiet because Japanese people are Zen. Here's the problem with that story. It's not wrong, but it's not the whole truth. Yes, there is a cultural current in Japan that values restraint. The proverb is real. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. But if you think that's the whole explanation, you're missing the part that actually matters. Because there's a second reason wealth is invisible in Japan, and it has nothing to do with philosophy. It has everything to do with 1991. In 1991, Japan's asset bubble collapsed. Real estate prices fell by 80% in some markets. The Nikkei lost more than half its value. Fortunes that took generations to build evaporated in months. But here's what people don't talk about. The ones who lost the most weren't just the speculators. They were the visible ones. The people who drove the Ferraris, who wore the Rolexes, who built the glass towers. They became targets for creditors, for media, for social pressure that turned predatory. And the people who survived? They were the ones nobody could find. After 1991, a generation of wealthy Japanese families made a quiet decision. Visibility is liability. Not because of Zen, because of math. So what does this look like today? It looks like a man in a 700 yen t-shirt who owns 3 apartment buildings. It looks like a woman in a Uniqlo coat whose family controls a manufacturing empire. It looks like a neighborhood in Tokyo where the houses have no gates, because gates tell people something worth protecting is inside. This is not minimalism. This is camouflage. And it works in reverse, too. The most visible displays of wealth in modern Japan, the flashy clubs, the loud fashion, the ostentatious restaurants in Roppongi, those aren't old money. Those are people with something to prove. In Japan, the signal of real wealth is the absence of signal. That's not a cultural quirk. That's a strategy that's been stress-tested by one of the most brutal economic collapses of the 20th century. Here's the part that should make you uncomfortable. The West spent 30 years calling Japanese wealth quiet, like it was a lifestyle choice, a mood board, a Pinterest aesthetic. But it was never about aesthetics. It was about not becoming a target. And maybe that's a lesson that travels. In a world where everyone is optimizing their wealth for visibility, for Instagram, for status, for the algorithm, maybe the real edge is learning when not to be seen. Japan didn't invent quiet wealth. Japan invented strategic invisibility. And there's a difference. If you've made it this far, you already think differently than most people who click on videos about Japan. That means this channel is probably for you. Next video. We go deeper. Why the same logic applies to how Japan's elite moves money, builds networks, and stays powerful without ever appearing powerful. I'll see you there.